Hi STEM Saturday fans, another great session for you today. I'm delighted to say that we've got Nadia here today from ImagiLabs, and I'll introduce you now, Nadia. So just want to tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do, and then we'll have a look at your slides.
Perfect. Yes. I'm the partnerships manager of this female-founded EdTech startup. I'm calling in from Stockholm in Sweden today, but you could probably hear from my voice that I'm American. And my background's in education, and I work for this incredible startup where we support preteens and teens to get interested in tech. And we do this by making Python coding really fun, colorful, relevant, and accessible. So I'm going to continue sharing my slides here. You will read now about our product, the Imagi Charm, which I'm also holding up. You might be able to see it quite small. It says Cornwall right now. So this is a smart accessory that one can code and customize and wear as they please. So we've been told it looks like a Tamagotchi, if you remember that, and can be even put on a Christmas tree as an ornament. However you want to integrate it into your life, this is a fun way to show off the code that you've made. And so it works by using our app, which is really the heart and soul of ImagiLabs. I will demo that in a moment. You can either within the app share projects, just interacting with that community, which is, by the way, totally free to join, or you can also have an Imagi Charm and rock this in public. So I wanted to share that we actually have two Imagi girls who are our teen ambassadors from the UK, and what they wrote was really long, so I'll just summarize. I asked them, why are our coding tools relevant in the UK right now? And they just said that instead of computer science defining you, it really is, our tools are a creative outlet and an interesting way to access coding and tech that aren't necessarily as formal as what you do in school. Of course, they can be integrated into schools and classrooms and after school programs, but I believe, are relevant to girls and kids all around the world. So now I'm going to show you our app. You'll look at the left side of my presentation here, which is my iPhone. So I'm on the free iOS app. We also have an Android app and a web app if you're interested. So this is the Learn tab where you can start at Quest 1, which is our first tutorial. I'll just click on this and briefly show you. There's a little ghost who tells you directions in English, how to light up one single pixel at a time. So it's really meant for absolute beginners, ages 8 or 9 and up. All you need to know is how to read a little bit of English. And you'll see our coding strategy is based off of this matrix of 8 by 8 pixels. And I'm just going to skip ahead to show you, after just a couple hours at this blue graduation cap, this is what you'll have been able to have coded. Already well over 1,000 coders have achieved this level, which is really fun. You can even click on a project and see, oh yeah, I already did this. I know how to code that. So I'm going to take you to the Explore feed, which is really the community gathering point within our app. This is where users are sharing their projects, and we can comment if I like something. For example, this little colorful crab here, we can see that it's very social and interactive, because we know that for preteens, girls, it's really important to feel included, and we want to cheer each other on positively as we code. I want to take you to the Create tab of our app, which has an opportunity to create a project from scratch or using a template. So actually, if you see this scrolling text template here that says Hello World, that's what I used to build out this Cornwall project here. So even if you don't know Python yet, you can get started just with these templates. Really easy for beginners. And then in the profile section of our app, we've sort of gamified achievements here. There are badges that you can earn, and not just for coding, but also social things like, for example, joining our Discord community, commenting on other people's projects 5 times, even sharing a project externally, for example, to Instagram. So that's pretty much the basics of our app here. I'm just gonna let this sit on our beautiful Explore feed, which is very colorful. Go back to the presentation here. I wanted to share that we have a Cornwall giveaway. This will also be posted, I believe, on Facebook, but we are offering an Imagi Charm to all of those who download our app, create a free account, and code something related to STEM or to your home region, and just hashtag Cornwall to be able to be entered into this giveaway. And there will be directions here that can be shared publicly, like how to do that specifically within the app. And I also have a discount code for everyone, just in case you're interested in getting our lesson plans or a Imagi Charm Bestie Pack, which is where you can code together with someone else, as well as a tote bag or something like that. Yeah,
that's brilliant. That's brilliant, Nadia. Thank you so much for showing us through that. I don't know how much you know about Cornwall. I'm sure you have looked into it a little bit, but we're really lucky down here in that digital opportunities and digital careers are really one of our main sort of opportunity areas. And so historically, is it fair to say that it hasn't really appealed as much to girls as it has to boys? Do you think that's because of the sort of the way that gaming has started up?
Our co-founders' research was more about opportunities at school and how I think gaming maybe contributes to it, how boys are just shown early on that these are skills that are more attainable for them, maybe because there are more men in this industry. So I honestly am not an expert in where this starts, but what we do know and what our co-founders found in their research is that it's the preteen age of like 10 to 13 that will make the most difference. In shaping a teenager's trajectory for what they want to study and who they really identify as and what they think their capacities are. So we hope to hook them in at this age.
And I think, you know, that's absolutely right. Coming up with this unit is a great way to actually engage girls and teenagers in something that really is attractive to them, because I know that what we really want to do, again, specifically in Cornwall, is to try and encourage as many girls and young teenagers to get involved in digital opportunities. So in terms of the unit, so you don't have to do the unit on its own. You can do this online too, can you?
Yeah, so on any of our mobile apps for iOS, Android, or web, we have a web app that I can also share with you, which we actually have a few teachers using in their classrooms for their students. And yeah, an Imagi Charm is not necessary. So our Python education right now is truly free in that there's some free courses, a crash course on our website, and just playing around within the app is just about tinkering and copying and pasting other people's code to change it and make it your own.
That's really helpful. I always ask this question of anybody that joins us on STEM Saturdays, and that is about, because what I do is about helping children, young people to decide what they want to do when they're older as a career. So I always like to ask, can you tell us a little bit about how you got into this? Because you said your background was in education. So can you give us a quick sort of rundown on how have you ended up in the tech business?
Yeah, my background was in education development. I've worked in public schools before, in New York, actually, and I've been interested in equity and making sure that there's a level playing field for access to opportunity. So that's really what inspired me to reach out to this startup when I moved to Stockholm. And these women who created this company are really about recognizing the injustices and just systemic factors that are contributing to discrimination against women, and talking about it and saying, well, let's create a solution early on, which I like because I had worked with young teens as well. So I was like, this is perfect because the solution aligns with my favorite age group to work with, and because I know how transformative of a time it is in a person's life. And so even though I didn't feel equipped to work at a tech startup, like I didn't know Python, I didn't know coding before I started, I was able to use my skills that I learned working directly with students and forming partnerships to become now partnerships manager here, where I do everything from like business development to marketing and to supporting events like this and partnerships like this.
I think that's really interesting, actually, because somebody else that is familiar to us on STEM Saturdays is Caitlin, who helped to start up Tech Girls. And I know that you know each other, you know, in the digital realm. And it was interesting also to hear how she got into it. And I think that's really inspiring for all young people, actually, not specifically girls, is that you don't have to be great at coding or have a particular interest in digital, but digital is very much about problem solving, isn't it? And so I know a lot of women that have got into it because they want to help solve problems rather than they want to, you know, particularly get involved in a coding, but that becomes sort of a tool of the job. Would you say that's pretty true?
Yeah. As long as there are spaces where these girls and women feel comfortable trying new things, then they will be willing to. Like I am learning Python now through my work, and I'm learning about sales, which I also knew nothing about, just because fortunately this company fosters that environment. And I think bigger companies now are talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion issues much better, but there's plenty more to be done, and hopefully Gen Z will be the powerful voices we need to really realize this change and have 50-50 in tech within the next century.
Definitely, definitely. So you've said there's a competition. I mean, that's a really exciting opportunity, and you've explained how you get into that. And I'm sure the link will be on our page for people to have a look at and join up, and hopefully be in with a chance of winning that charm. So thank you very much for donating that, and thank you very much for your time. I'd just like to leave this session with encouraging any girls, teenagers, their parents as well, to look at this as an opportunity, because certainly in Cornwall there's going to be huge opportunities in terms of future careers, and the more diverse people that we get interested in digital, the better it's going to be for all of us. I think, sort of going back to my son is into gaming, and a lot of those games were designed by men, but if we can get more girls into it, it's going to be just open up the area completely, isn't it?
Exactly. And on that note, our Imagi Charm itself, of course, is fun for anyone. So if the winner is a boy, we're very happy about that.
Absolutely. I was going to say, although, what we're trying to do here is make girls aware of how available it is to them, we're not precluding anybody. As you said earlier, it's very much about leveling the playing field and just trying to get the balance right now. Nadia, thank you so much. It's been absolutely brilliant talking to you. Now, what we find is that when we deliver this online, we do get lots of questions coming in. So if it's okay with you, I might need to forward on lots of questions from some of the children and parents that are joining us today. So hopefully you can give us a reply to some of those over the next week or so, and I can post it on the page.
Thrilled. Would love to do that.
Lovely, thank you, Nadia. So to our STEM Saturday fans, thank you so much again for joining us. We're going to have a break during half term. I think we've got one more next week, and then we'll post up what the new STEM Saturday activities are going to be after half term. But it's brilliant to see you all, and don't forget, have a go at that competition. Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.